And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is a pinup girl living in a pinup world. Let's give a virtual round of applause for Cha-Cha Coconutz.
Hi.
So for those watching and future watching, Cha-Cha Coconutz is a pinup girl. She's a member of Pinups and Pumps in the Florida area. And the event that they have coming up very soon is the Miss Harley class pinup contest. Cha-Cha, where is that located and what date?
It is located at the Crystal Harley Davidson in Homosassa, which is in Florida on the West Coast.
All right.
And that will be on August 24th.
All right. So if you are in the area, go ahead and check that out. That is on August the 24th. And she is also a coxswain, which is related to pirates. And she is the Levianth of the Fun Coast. So we're going to be talking and some pirate questions as well, too. So welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us here on Dan-A-Plooza.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, let us get here into the honor segment. This is the honor segment. If we had, a budget and funds, I'm sure we would have all these graphics and bells and everything, but we got what we got. So, so we here at Dan-A-Plooza like to honor you, Cha-Cha Coconutz, for joining us on this virtual journey. I know you were very excited to be here, and I know you've watched the podcast and supported it. So thank you. And we enjoy your pictures as well as your post. And we thank you for being on Dan-A-Plooza. Shout out also to the hubby nuts for also watching Dan-A-Plooza. And so we here would like to honor you here into the Dan-A-Plooza hall of guests.
Great. Thank you so much. And I appreciate everything you do. You support so many various folks on your podcast, and you deserve thanks as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It has been going on since 2021, and it is to present day. 24 guests will be for this year, trying to reach almost the 260 mark. And then it'll probably do reunions occasionally, but that is where we've been chugging along. It first started on Memorial Day 2021, so we have continued from this day on. So now I will give you a little bit of dealer's choice here. We can either go into the impression segment, or we can get to the questions. What would you like, ladies' choice?
Oh, definitely impressions. I want to see what you do.
I always ask that, and it's always the thing. It never goes to questions. You think I would know by now. All right. So welcome that this is Dan the Man Does Impressions. And so far for these impressions, we have mixed it up. We have done 80s and 90s songs. We have done celebrity impressions like Arnold from the Terminator. So we do kind of a variety here. Today's is the cartoons. We have some cartoons from the classic 80s and 90s. Like we have Scooby-Doo, Doug, Ghostbusters, DuckTales, Heathcliff, Darkwing Duck, SpongeBob SquarePants, Family Guy, Powerpuff Girls, Rocko's Modern Life, Tiny Toons. So those are all the choices. Are you familiar with any of those choices?
Yes, and I would request Scooby-Doo because Daphne is one of my pinup idols.
Oh, yes. Well, we will see. Last time it was SpongeBob. That was the big request. All right. We're going to spin the wheel. Hold on. And hold on. It's getting stuck.
Fingers crossed it's Scooby-Doo.
And it landed on Doug. Do you remember Doug?
I do remember Doug.
All right. I've actually met Billy West, who did the voice of Doug. I don't know if you remember. Wow. He did the voice of Doug and Roger Klotz.
Very cool.
So if you want to watch that, he did a meetup if Doug met Roger Klotz in the courtroom in today's settings. All right. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, and here we go. Do 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 do. Wow, dear journal, today I met Patty Mayonnaise, and then I hung out with Skeeter at the Honker Burger. All right. And that's Doug.
Look at you go. Good job.
Oh, sometimes I disappear a little bit. Because of the background. All right. It landed on Rocco's Modern Life. Do you remember that one?
I do.
All right. And here we go. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. Spunky. Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. That was a hoot. You turn the page, you wash your hands. You turn the page. Hi, I'm Philbert. How you doing, cha-cha? I see you on Dan-A-Plooza. All right, so that was Rocco's Modern Life. Sometimes I throw in characters. This theme song ends early.
I liked it. That was great.
Do you remember Philbert from Rocco's Modern Life?
Yes.
Oh, Rocco. Rocco. Oh, right. And it landed on Scooby-Doo.
Yay.
Hey. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Need some help from you now. You know we got a little mystery that's all right. Don't look back. And on a Scooby-Doo, Scooby snack. Let's split up, gang. I realized that was the most popular catchphrase. And chinkies and zoinks.
Zoinks for sure.
I found that out today. I watched, they had all the catchphrases for Scooby-Doo. Zoinks is Shaggy's. Jinkies is Velma. Fred is Let's Split Up, gang. Do you know Daphne's catchphrase?
I don't.
Forget what it is because they mentioned it, but they didn't know. But every time they mention Let's Split Up, gang, they're ripping on Fred when they do it in pop culture.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it seems like that always goes bad.
Poor Fred.
I know. All right. Keeps landing on Scooby-Doo. All right. Ghostbusters. Remember this?
Ghostbusters is great.
Yep. Are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Ghostbusters. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do 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 do. La, slimer. All right. All
Good
right.
job. I like that.
All right. You want to do one more?
Sure.
Alrighty. We'll spin it. All right. If it did not land on the same ones. All right. It landed on DuckTales.
That's a good one.
Yep. Are you ready?
Yes.
Life is but a history here in Duckburg. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Everywhere they're out to get now. Lucktails,
Mm-hmm.
woo! To the danger out behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. Gonna grab some DuckTales, woo! All right. Those are the impressions. Did you enjoy that?
Wowza. I'm impressed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend and a confidant. All right. So that's the end of Dan the Man Does Impressions. Let's say we get to some questions now, right?
Okay.
Alrighty. Let me get back in the car frame. All right. So, how did you come up with the name Cha Cha Coconutz?
Well, I'm going to look at my notes here real quick. Well, that one actually, I don't need my notes. That one is kind of easy. First of all, I love to dance. So that
Oh,
takes the cha-cha part of it. And then I love anything tiki. And then the coconuts is just kind of anatomy, we'll say.
yeah. Um, Interesting story. In college, I took ballroom dancing, and the
Oh,
first dance I learned was the cha cha.
yeah, that's a good one. What is another one that you like?
Oh man. Well, it was funny because my dancing partner, she didn't speak much English, but she'd be like, Dan, cha cha, you need to move your hips. You can't just stand in place
Nope,
and wait
it's
for the
all about
music
the
to
hips.
end. um, we tried learning. I want to say it was the mambo, or there was like a dance where you had to do this, but you had to like glide and everything. And like my teacher was Russian also, so he had like that Russian and English, so sometimes it wasn't that easy to understand.
Yeah, some
So,
dances are harder than others. One I want to learn, and it's one that a lot of the rockabilly events you see people
oh
doing the
yeah.
jive, and they're so good. I would love to learn how to do that. I really enjoy watching people dance, especially the jive, because it's so interactive and it's fast paced, and to
Oh
see how
yes.
everyone kind of puts their own groove to it. And that's one I want to learn.
When you say jive, I immediately think of Grease. It's a
Yes.
hand job,
Yeah, the
baby.
hand jive. Yep. That's a good one.
Funny enough, I have met um, the actress who played Frenchie uh, virtually, and we did the hand jive stuff together.
Oh, how fun. I bet that was iconic.
It was, um, especially because her son's also named Danny and everything like that.
Wow.
So yeah, and she told the funny story. I don't know if you remember in Greece where she would dance all the way off to the left. Everyone else would go to the right. It's the big dance number.
Oh, no, I guess I didn't pay attention to that.
So in the movie, they're all dancing with their partner, and she goes in a different direction than everybody else. And when she did that during the audition, she thought she screwed it up, and they actually decided that that character would do their own thing. So they kept it in the movie where she's going all the way to the left, and everyone else is going to the right.
Yeah, she was kind of quirky. Her character was really cute.
Oh yeah, she's always one of my favorites. I liked her in Rizzo.
Yeah. Yeah. Rizzo's classic.
All right. Um, all right. So let's get to another question. Do you have a dream photo shoot in mind?
Yes, I do. In fact, I dream about this all the time. It would definitely be the Rat Pack in Vegas. Having Frank and
Oh,
Sammy and Dino, Joey and Peter for sure would be my dream photo shoot. I can imagine being in a casino with the velvet wall covered lounge, sipping a cocktail and
yeah.
sitting at an oversized stuffed leather chair, listening to the boys serenade me. How dreamy would that be? And then the pirate, I also have a pirate shoot that I would like to do, and that would be more like a swashbuckling sword fight with Errol Flynn, just like one of his old movies.
But there would be no Johnny Depp, right? There's no Johnny Depp in
Johnny
there.
Depp is great, but I'm a little more old school. I kind of like the vintage older style. And Errol Flynn, he was the first pirate on the screen, so he has my heart.
I thought that could be a part for the hubby to be like, why's all the rum gone there, love?
Definitely. It's his part first. Yes, he gets first.
um, I would actually have to introduce you to my friend Destiny. She's a Renaissance girl and does pirates in the Pittsburgh area, and she has her own CD out.
Wow, I would love to meet her.
She is like gothic slash piratey, I guess is the
Nice.
way to.
That's what's so great about that fantasy world. Renaissance, pirate, pinup. You can create your own
Oh
persona. You
yeah,
can change it and adjust it and take on so many different styles. There's no rules. And
oh
it's
yeah.
just fun. It's a good time.
And I don't know, her father is called Ed Beard Jr., and he's a fantasy artist.
Nice.
So they tour from place to place and do Renaissance festivals.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. You see a lot of people that are so creative. They come up with some
Oh
really
yeah.
amazing garb.
Yep. I go to the Pittsburgh Renaissance Festival every other year, and I went as WWE Roddy Piper. I was hoping someone would go as Hogan, just to
Oh,
have
that'd be fun.
the classic. Listen here, art thou, brother?
That's great.
um. So let's get back to the next question. What do you like most about being a pinup girl?
Well, what girl doesn't like to dress up or play dress up? We all start
Oh
when we're
yeah.
young. So that's always fun, right?
Yes, it does.
And I also have loved cars ever since I was a little girl. So the
Aw.
whole vintage scene is so stylish and the music is super fun and it's upbeat.
Yeah,
Plus,
it
the
is.
pinup community is full of supportive, creative, caring ladies. And we help each other out. We get to help charities and we feel like we really make a difference.
Oh yeah. And I think that's the amazing part is the difference that you make. Um, I know that both my dad and my stepfather served in the military uh, before they passed. So they had both served in Vietnam. So um, I enjoy because I haven't actually been to a pinup event. I've seen pictures, but I enjoy the respect that you guys have towards the military and the veterans.
Absolutely. There are so many different, not just pinups and pumps that I belong to, but like Bombshell Babes. That's another big one. They do a lot of different things for the veterans.
Aw.
They go out to some of the events or they go to the nursing homes. And even people that aren't in, some of the pinups are unaffiliated, but they still do a lot for the veterans. I would say that's
Oh
probably the
yeah,
number one charity across the community.
yeah. Oh wow, that's amazing. So all right. So I've asked those questions. Can you tell me what have been some of your favorite pinup girl photo shoots?
Oh, the photo shoots. That's a fun one because I've been with so many different photographers and I've gone to different events or different settings and locations and outfits. It's hard to pick one because they're all so different and they're all great. But basically, to answer your question, it would have to be my first photo shoot because
Mm-hmm.
you never forget the first.
Oh yeah. It's a walk down pinup lane, we'll say.
Yeah, and everything is different from the outfit to the setting to the photographer. Even the edits are different. I mean, you just get a different vibe for every different shoot that you take, and they're all great. I've never had a bad shoot. I've never worked with anybody that wasn't fabulous to work with.
Aw, that's great. Uh, so sometimes I let guests ask me a question. Is that something that you would like to do, or
Yes, I would like to do that. I
shoot?
want to just ask, what got you interested in doing a podcast?
Okay, so when I was in quarantine, we all remember that. I remember some people are like moons ago. I go, it was like 4 years ago. It's not that long ago. Um, so I was doing the GalaxyCon virtual chats, paying for those, and I was meeting celebrities at on the computer. Like I met Henry Winkler, I met Didi Con Frenchie, I met people from Land Before Time, Power Rangers, Goofy. I met all these different celebrities, and I was paying for each one of those because it was a time constraint thing, and so when I did that, I said, you know, I can talk with celebrities for 10 whatever plus minutes. And, I kind of always wanted my own show. And I said, what can I do to help people? Because we all know what it's like to not get an opportunity, you know? We all know what it's like because anytime there's any kind of cutbacks or anything, the arts and everything, it's the first thing to go. It's the first thing to hit the kick the bucket. So for me, I'm like, what if I did a show virtually and then I got all these different guests? Because I knew if I picked certain guests, I would dry up very, very quickly. So I said, well, we'll just see how far it goes. But when I started out here and I was doing Dan-A-Plooza in 2001, I would only go 10 minutes because I was like so shy. I'd be like, okay, that's it. And then click, because I was so nervous and shy and being viewed among the viewers. So, uh, and I used to do live and, but when I started doing this and people wanted to come back and they kept wanting to do this, I said, wow, I must have something really, really special here to make people want to keep doing this. So that's why I try to do it. I'm hoping that all my guests can succeed because all my guests are amazing like you and they're superstars. And I want them to win. And I'm hoping I'm doing everything that I can to help them win.
Well, thank you. I think you're a superstar and you've got one hell of a show. I really enjoy it. I'm a big fan.
Okay. All right. So we'll do the last trying to see. Oh, can you tell me more? Can you tell me more about your pirate style?
Yeah, I definitely can. So being a pirate's a hoot. And like you mentioned, that I am part of a crew. It's called the Leviathan, and there's a lot of other crews all around the United States. Leviathan is the crew that I am the coxswain of, and that just means that I'm kind of in charge of the area that I'm in, which is called the Fun Coast. But there's different locals and chapters all over the world. It's an international crew, and it's really fun. And it's kind of part of that fantasy world that you can be anything you want, like I had mentioned earlier. And I do have different styles depending on the occasion. I might be like a pretty pirate because I'm wearing a gown because I'm going to a ball,
Oh
or
yeah.
I could be kind of a nasty wench at a pirate festival, or I can be more of a cartoon if I'm going to be around kids, like at a child's
Yeah.
charity or
Cartoon
something
it up.
like that. And anything goes. It's really fun, and we get to help folks along the way, and it's just a blast.
Oh yeah. So I think that that's amazing for your pirate adventure. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.
Hi, matey.
Aye, matey, I understand what you be doing, and I think it's great work. Yo ho. So,
Huzzah.
indeed. All right. So, with that, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for Dan-A-Plooza. Is there anything else you want to say as we wrap it up here?
I just want to say thank you very much for your time and for
Oh,
having me on the
yes.
show. I appreciate it very much, and I wish you the very best.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you very much. I want to thank my amazing guest, Cha Cha Coconutz. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Stay tuned. Artist panel with Frank, Rusty, and Tommy is coming up next. All right, everyone, take care and have a good night.